Good morning, boys and girls. We are ready for math. Today we've got a problem solving page, so we've got to work together to figure out some answers to our problems. All right, by this apple, they want to know how many cubes do you see? So we need to check. We always touch and count. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they want us to write that number down and over, down once more. Then they want us to make a cube train that is greater than 4. So they want us to have more than 4. So one of the easiest ways to do is just to come down here underneath and draw a cube train. Those are just little squares that is more than 4. So I'm just going to copy theirs. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. I'm just going underneath. There's 4, and if I want mine to be greater than 4, I can just draw one more little square, and that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I can write my 5. If you want to make your 6 and draw another one, you could do that, but if you just draw it right there underneath theirs, it's kind of easy to keep up with it, and then once you've practiced it a few times, you could draw it down here by yourself if you wanted to. And if you think you could go ahead and do that, you can. You just need to make sure you have more than 4 because they want it to be greater than 4. So then it says, tell a friend or tell a neighbor about your cube trains. Well, I would just look at my neighbor if you all were here at school, and I would say, this cube train has 4 cubes in it. This cube train has 5 in it. So I know that this one is greater or bigger. I know that this one is smaller or less. When it says tell a neighbor or share with a neighbor, that's all you got to do. Just tell them about your work. Tell them what you know about your picture. So down here by the sun, let's try another one. How many cubes are in this cube train? 1, 2, 3. And when you all get back to school next week, I will give you some cubes that you can keep in your space to use during math time. Now it says, make a cube train that is smaller or less. So I could just come down here. 1, 2. Do I want to draw another one? No, because I want my cube train to be less or smaller than this one. So I can only do either 2, or I could just do 1. Or I could do 0. But I can't do 3, that would be the same. So I drew 2 cubes. So I would say 3 is bigger than 2. Or I could say 2 is less than 3. I'm going to go ahead and turn my page. If you are still working, you can go back and finish later, or you can work after I'm finished with mine and we've gone over all the directions. All right, put your finger by the apple. They want us to count these cubes. 1, 2, 3. They said find a cube train that is greater than 3, so that means more. Well, that's 1. That's not greater. There's 2. That's less or smaller. There's 3. So those are the same. If they're the same, it means they're equal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that one's greater. So mark in that spot. Down by the sun, they said trace the number. Well, that number is 5. Make his hat, make his back, make 5's tummy, round and fat. Then find the number 5 down here. You're going to need to count them. And then mark 5 spaces on the 5 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to fill all of them in because our number is 5. And this is called a 5 frame. That means it has 5 spaces. right, down here by the leaf, what number do you see? 2. Then come down here and find 2 counters. And then we're going to mark 2 spaces on the frame. All right, so we have the number 2, 2 spaces on the 5 frame, and 2 counters. Great job, boys and girls. If you have not finished, then take a few minutes and finish up your math work today.